Akademiks. Can't ride no wave. They got me feeling like I'm academics. Can't ride no wave.
What else been going on? All right. There's a bunch of that. Okay. Oh, shout to Roger Goodell, who basically, he spoke at a press conference and mentioned Jay-Z. And people were wondering, what would the NFL, who has a significant and large contract with Roc Nation, in regards to the Super Bowl, what would they feel about the recent accusations of Jay-Z? Roger Goodell spoke, and let me see if I could get his... Wait, Charlemagne, was that the original thing? Oh. Okay, here we go. This is what...
And Jay-Z's really...
here we go.
And Jay-Z's really strong response to that. We know that obviously the litigation's happening now, but from our standpoint, our relationship's not changing with them, including our preparations for the next Super Bowl. The first part of your question is how the relationship's evolving. I think they're getting incredibly comfortable with not just the Super Bowl, but other events that they've advised us on, helped us with. It's been helpful in the social justice area to us on many occasions. They've been great partners that have provided a lot of value for us.
Now, I was very happy at this statement. I seen Elon Musk tweet out recently that cancel culture is canceled, basically saying cancel culture is dead. I'm actually in the thought of saying the same thing, but it's only dead for the people who, again, as we all build these platforms and we all have these separate brands, you get to realize what cancel culture used to be is that no matter who you were, if you were seen as problematic for possibly the bottom line, or really just problematic for people, for groups that people were, soapboxing like they cared about, you would be either deplatformed or no one would want to do business with you. But it's always been the case, but it's now much more pronounced. Like, for example, I like this because what it tells you is that cancel culture is dead. As long as you make yourself more valuable to the company that needs you than you are to them just dropping you. You got to realize, and I got to salute to Roger Goodell for this. There's a time that the NFL was hemorrhaging money, losing advertisers. People didn't like the fact that the players were kneeling. Some of their big sponsors stepped away. Some of their die-hard fans were turned off by the game. And Jay-Z came in and switched it up, got niggas to stand the fuck up, to pay respect, And for that, in a lot of situations, we see companies they'll give you a position, like they gave him millions of dollars to, in the partnership to, you could throw the Super Bowl or a Super Bowl halftime show. But as soon as they don't need you again, they drop you. I like this. I've always liked when corporations or companies stand with the person. I get it. You don't want to stand with somebody who actually did what he's accused of, if he did it. But we don't know if he did it. I liked when Nike stood with Tiger Woods. I like this. You should stand with Jay-Z. Hey, he's denied it. We fuck with it. One of the reasons I don't like any of these companies nowadays is that you hope to be Jay-Z to them, where you're so important that, let's say somebody lies about you, or let's say somebody tries to cancel you, or let's say some people are hating on you, that the company is going to say, hey, this is our guy. We're fucking with him. Sorry. And I think that's the end of cancellation culture, because people used to march around with pitchforks, pick so-and-so or so-and-so that work in so-and-so business or so-and-so business, And they would wield this power of, we could get you canceled, so watch what you say. We could get you canceled if you don't bow or cower to our knees. And watching the fact that, the NFL is saying, yo, he denied it. We're fucking with him. That's our guy. I like that. Now, granted, that might be a Jay-Z privilege. I don't think that's afforded to everybody, but I do like the fact that I'm at least seeing it somewhat, and especially with a man of color. Okay? Now, granted, you might be able to say, well, Jay-Z's the only one, which means this isn't any type of progress because this only happened to him, but I can't be upset at this. Again, no matter what we reported, it's an allegation against Jay-Z. It's an allegation. We don't know. Now, granted, and this is where, some people feel I do dislike Jay-Z, which I don't. Because I do like to point out, if a player was accused of this, he's indefinitely suspended. That's a fact. If a player, let's say a number 2 receiver on some random team, is accused of this, and it gets this much press, player conduct detrimental to the team, you're indefinitely suspended, and can't get reinstated till NFL reviews it. We all know this. But I guess what it shows is what people should know. These companies aren't loyal unless you force their hand to be loyal. Right now, if Jay-Z was dropped by the NFL, I do believe that a lot of the progress he's made for them, which he's completely taken off the heat off of these people in terms of social justice efforts, I think all that could be reversed. So he's kind of forced their hand. And I'm glad that he did that. But I guess the goal for everybody is to be so important to whoever you partner with. If some bullshit come around, and we're not talking about if you did some really weird shit and you're convicted and you're going to jail for it or whatever. I do like the fact that these companies, or I do like the fact that there's a possibility that you can make yourself so important that they can't do nothing. And I think that's where Jay-Z's at. Now, Roger Goodell, I'm pretty sure he would admit it too. He would be a hypocrite if he was a player suspended. Jay-Z, he's just that important. And that's why I told you guys when I was reviewing the whole situation, I said, Jay-Z is as close as we've gotten to white person Rothschilds, Illuminati, Elon Muskish. Because if you ask about anybody else, they can't touch this level. Yo, there was not one person that said during any of the allegations with Diddy, yo, right now, this is before the criminals in charge. Right now, he's just being accused. Let's see. Not one person said that. Everybody either shut the fuck up or they all say, you know what, we're going to back out. Look at the Lil Durk situation with his program, the Neighborhood Heroes program with Chicago. You know what they said? Even if these things aren't true, we do have a higher standard with morality and conduct, and we don't believe that somebody that we would want to partner with would ever be charged with some shit like this. So we're dropping our partnership. So I don't know, man. I'm happy that the NFL didn't drop Jay-Z under these circumstances. But it should be encouragement to everybody who thinks about cancel culture. You're still susceptible to it. You just got to work your way to a position where they find a need in you that's worth the risk of being partnered with you during this time. Like, for example, NBA Youngboy. Told you I was sitting right there at Complex. They had a bunch of shit that was supposed to come out that week. It hit TMZ that he was on video body slamming his girl or choking his girl, whatever the fuck he did. They said cancel everything. They canceled everything. Youngboy grinded on YouTube so much that all of those outlets came back and sucked his dick and swallowed the nut. All of them. No pause. They all did it. They did. You know why? The nigga got so hot. They're like, yo, we can't ignore him. We have to work with him. He's one of the biggest artists. He's like a one-hand top 5 type of guy. and we all remember him getting to that peak. And all that cancellation shit that was happening with him, they uncanceled him. He got that hot. They didn't uncancel him because he changed. Young boy, he ain't even apologized for nothing. It's YB, nigga. But they fell back off of their stance of not wanting to platform him because he got so hot. They were trying not to like playlist him. Got so hot, they were like, everybody was like, yo, bro, we're not listening to these playlists unless you got YB on the shit. Okay, he's back on. So it happens. It happens, all right? Somebody says, well, yeah, I think they really realize we're not that far away. We're not that far away from another situation happening and players making a stance. I personally think the NFL has Jay-Z there, and his job is associate slave master. Keep these Negroes in check. No kneeling, no protesting. You want to write that's your dead homie that passed away in a car crash on your cleats? Yeah, we're going to find you, but that's cool. But let you start making political statements that underscores the bottom line of what we got going on and offends some of the highest contributors. Because look around. You see all them people who just donated to Trump? A lot of them are locked in with the NFL. Let a player start doing some super anti-Trump, yo, Trump should have died, or some bullshit rhetoric or some crazy shit that kind of threatens that establishment. Yo, that's not our like some crazy type of statements like that. And the NFL's going to look at Jay and said, yo, Jay, go get them niggas. Get them. Get them before Papa John's keep calling. Get them niggas to stop. Go get them niggas now. And Jay's going to get them niggas. Them niggas is going to stop. So again, as long as Jay is going to swing the whip of get you in line for the NFL and make sure you're just showing up to get your brain racked or rocked, get CTE and get your fucking ACL tore and get your body demolished on that field. As long as Jay continues to do that, they could overlook a few things because the bottom line of what he got going on with him doing that is worth more than y'all thinking. He don't play. It's not like he played football anyway. And at the end of it, what I could tell by how he's talking, at some point they're going to start rebranding it rather than the Jay-Z throne event. They're going to be like just Rock Nation. So at worst, they're going to just rebrand it as Rock Nation. Oh, this isn't Jay-Z. This is Rock Nation. It's the company. Yes, he's a part of it, but like it's a conglomerate. So it is what it is. But I am glad they didn't drop him. I am glad, honestly.